Hey, thank you everyone for joining me today. I'm glad to see everyone here. Here's the deal. I want to make sure that everybody sticks around for this entire presentation, not part of it, all of it. And so if you do stick around, besides the vast knowledge and the life-changing facts that we're going to tell you and how we can help you, we're going to give you a free gift. But you got to stay to the end to get the gift. So I promise you it's worth your time. And when it's all over, you'll be super glad you did. So my name is Patrick Gilfrey, and I'm the founder and CEO of QuickHIT Fitness Labs. I want to personally thank each and one of you for watching this today. I'm excited to share with you some of these life-changing knowledge. So here's what I need you to do. This is going to take about 45 minutes. So I need you to get comfy, grab a pen and paper if you want to take some notes, because this presentation is jam-packed with great information you're not going to want to miss. And I'll tell you, it took me nearly my whole adult life to learn this knowledge. And my goal is to make sure you understand everything over the next 45 minutes. So like I said, let's strap in, get the pen and paper, and let's get going. I'm sure you're watching this today for a reason, and I want to make it very clear that this is not for everyone. We'll probably have some people drop off during the presentation, which is perfectly fine. Some people won't understand this information, and they may not think it applies to them. So again, this presentation isn't for you if you're already happy with the way you look. This isn't for people who do not want to improve their self-esteem. Maybe they're happy with the way they look, which is great. This isn't for you if you don't want to lose body fat and keep it off permanently. And this is definitely not for people who value money over their health. Unfortunately, you're simply not the people we are going to be able to help. This is for you if you are serious about your health and you want to transform your body. Maybe you don't know how, or maybe you've tried so many things that never seem to work. I sure have. This presentation is for people who are sick of the way they look and they want to do something about it. Maybe you just need someone to hold you accountable, someone to help you stay on track or give you encouragement every day. This is for you if you've been struggling to lose weight and keep it off. Or maybe you've lost weight, but you can't seem to lose that extra 10 pounds. Nothing seems to be working. Maybe you feel disgusted with the way you look and it's making you feel depressed. And maybe you get too intimidated at the gym because people stare and judge you, or they talk behind your back. Or maybe you think they talk behind your back. Either way, it's a problem. Maybe your life is at risk and you need to take tons and tons of prescription drugs just to get through every day. Or maybe you just simply want to be around for your kids and grandkids, picking them up and simply playing with them and having energy. And it's not a struggle. Imagine if none of that happened to you, what would your life look like today? Imagine having the confidence to wear a bathing suit on vacation and not care about what other people thought about the way you looked. Imagine if you could eat or drink whatever you want because you look and you feel great. Imagine how enjoyable life would be to curb the pain medication and to live life to the fullest. Imagine having the energy to play tag with your kids and grandkids and seeing them grow up and wanting to be just like you. Yeah, super important. You know, they say about generational wealth. Well, I can tell you what, this is the first generation that's coming up that they say will not live as long as their parents. So instead of generational wealth, we need to start focusing on generational health. And it all starts with you. You need to be the leader in your family. You need to be the one to show them the way. Wouldn't that be great? Enjoying every second of every day because doctor visits are a thing of the past. Life is great. Well, today I'm going to give you all the information on how to create the lifestyle of your dreams. I will tell you exactly how to lose fat permanently and transform your body using what we call the QuickHIT method. I will not sugarcoat anything in this presentation because I believe you deserve to know the whole truth. You can eat virtually whatever you want. And no, you don't have to count any calories. You can finally quit wasting hours and hours at the gym. You are guaranteed to lose fat forever, but only if you follow the QuickHIT method. If you don't put in the effort or quit on yourself, you obviously will not see results. And no, don't worry, I'm not going to sell you anything. You can put your credit card back in your wallet because this knowledge I'm about to share with you is 100% free. No strings attached whatsoever. As a matter of fact, when you stick to the end, we're going to give you that free gift we talked about. So what are we going to talk about? This is not some type of gimmick or new fad diet. Our method is scientifically proven and ruthlessly tested over and over, again and again, to maximize the best results. We are 100% based on science and research. We are basically a technology company. I can tell you firsthand experience that physicians from the Mayo Clinic, Gunderson Health Systems, and the Medical School of Harvard have all approved and used our method. Here's an example of someone we've been able to help. This is Heather. Heather's lost 30 pounds since coming to QuickHIT and following our method. Ever since having her first daughter, she hasn't been able to lose the weight that she has gained. The reality was she was not putting herself first. As most busy moms, especially busy working moms and working dads, it is tough to make those critical decisions to spend hours and hours at the gym. And she just didn't have the time. And once again, she was putting others first before her. Does that sound familiar? I know it does for me. Well, the problem with Heather was a little over 6 months ago when she went in to get her annual checkup, she was shocked. And this is very shocking that this happened to you because it's happened to me. When they tell you that you have some type of medical issue that you've never dreamed you would have. She had what is called pre-diabetes. And she was only 30 years old. And she thought she was doing things somewhat good. The reality is that extra body fat is directly correlated to potential metabolic issues, such as diabetes and type 2 diabetes. She tried everything from a conventional gym to doing a bunch of boot camps with her friends, but nothing seemed to work. She told me, life just keeps happening and I can't find the time to stick to a program, especially with her young daughter at home. And again, this happens. Life does get in the way. That's when I told her that if she came to QuickHIT, we would be the easiest and most effective way for her to permanently lose her stubborn belly fat and keep it off. I'll tell you what, 6 months later, she's never looked better. She's never looked back. She's lost over 30 pounds. And she's told me it's one of the easiest things that she has done. And we're so proud of her. And she gets to spend more time with her family and not trying to cram in a gym session at 5 a.m., which leaves her exhausted and tired all day long. Here's another great example. Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. I love Elizabeth. She's such a sweetheart. And she is one of our shining stars at QuickHIT. She came to us about 8 to 9 months ago and she was on the verge of tears. She has tried everything, and I mean everything. I thought I tried everything. No, she has done it plus some. So she names it off. She's tried every diet known to man, group classes, hot yoga, kickboxing, swimming. The list goes on and on. Well, I can tell you what drove her crazy and what finally got to her enough where she threw her arms up in complete despair and on the verge of tears was when she was at one of her yoga classes with her new group of friends and they were making fun of her because she was morbidly obese. There's no fact. You can't hide that fact. And guess what she did? She immediately quit doing the yoga, and she was desperate and wanting to find something that would work. Well, I'll tell you, Elizabeth, I'll tell you right now, Elizabeth, as you know now, it wasn't your fault because you didn't have the knowledge, you didn't have science on your side, and you weren't able to do the things you needed to do to get those long-lasting results that you're finally seeing today. So she's been coming to QuickHIT since June of 2018, and I can tell you what, check out the picture. She's never been happier. I get constant emails from her, and I love getting emails from people thanking me for the method that we've put together, the time that we've taken to develop this and do things the right way, not the easy way. Nowadays, she loves strolling along, walking with her dogs, and she feels great. And she's lost over 40 pounds in just 7 months. Do either of these people sound like you? Was gaining weight way too easy and losing it very difficult? Yeah, there's a reason for that, and we're going to go into that. And again, here's the funny thing, is you've been lied to and it's not your fault. So you'll be relieved to hear that. I know I was when I figured it out. Maybe you've heard someone talk to you behind your back. Or maybe you've had people look at you when you go out to lunch going, wow, why is she eating that extra food? Well, guess what? Your body's telling you to eat that extra food. It's not you, it's your brain. And there's some things that you cannot control. Are you tired of being sick and tired? Are you sick of feeling sick? Do you just not care anymore? Is depression swallowing you up because you can't look at yourself in the mirror? I've been there. I've had those same exact thoughts. It can be dark. And trust me, you are absolutely not alone. So there's a quote that I once read that really struck for me. And it was, most men live a life of quiet desperation. And I'll tell you, for the past 5 years, it's been my personal mission to help people get out of the dark times and start living the life that they want to live. How can I say that confidently? Like, yeah, I can make a difference. Well, check it out. That's me, the guy by that cool boat, 240 pounds. I had a 42-inch waist. I was technically morbidly obese. I had always been a very skinny, athletic person. And then once I started having kids and started my own company, things started to kind of spiral out of control for me. And I was putting all the focus on other people and not myself. And then the next thing you know, I ended up like that. And it was hard. And it was really hard actually to find some pictures of me, what I call the fat pat pics, because I didn't want my picture taken. I didn't like being seen in public. I didn't even like being on my boat with my shirt off. And I sure as heck wasn't fit enough to water ski behind my boat like I used to when I was in college. And then I had some medical issues that caused me a lot of pain and despair. And I tried everything I could to lose weight. I tried every diet. I used to go to spin classes 5 or 6 days a week for an hour at a time. Unfortunately, it never got me anywhere. I would lose 20 pounds, gain back 25. And it was a cycle. Take it off, put it on. Take it off, put it on. I believe they call that a yo-yo diet. What I didn't know, and what I know now, and what I'm going to explain later on in detail, is that my body was fighting me the whole time. It wasn't from my lack of effort. It wasn't from my motivation. It was my body did not want to change. If I lost the weight, it wanted to put it back on. It was not my fault. But I thought it was my fault. And I thought I had failed. I thought I had failed myself. I thought I had failed my family. And I'll be honest with you, I was pretty depressed. And it's from this despair that I came to the realization that I could solve this problem and that there was something missing and that what everybody was telling me was not true. Not that they were misleading me, I believe they were misinformed. And that's when I came across this concept of what your body fat set point is. And that is when I decided to focus the last 5 years on doing every bit of research I could, digging into what it would take to actually be successful. And this is how we came up with QuickHIT and what we call the QuickHIT method. Why does everything keep failing? Why does every diet, every workout program, every boot camp, every P90X video, none of it works? Oh, it's sad to say. But guess what? I'm gonna shed some light on this. And you'll be happy to know it's not just you. What you don't understand is the system is completely broken. Most diets have a 96.4% failure rate. The average diet only lasts 52 hours. The average workout program, 3 weeks. Well, the science says because it's all way too complex. So that's when I came across and did some more digging. And I came across what the truth is. I'm going to tell you the truth right here. It all comes down to this intriguing concept called the ideal body fat set point. Essentially, the ideal body fat set point is based around our inner caveman, our cave woman, and that over thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, our ancient caveman relatives have been surviving. And we've all heard of the term survival of the fittest. Well, I can tell you what, here's the shocker, is body fat, which we all hate, is the number one reason we're all around today. Because our ancestors needed it to survive. The reality is, our bodies don't need the body fat anymore to survive. The problem is, our brains think it does. Because of the signal that we continue to give our brains and to give ourselves. See, the problem is that when we do yo-yo dieting, it sends a very clear signal to our central nervous system. And with our high cortisol stress hormones, that we are actually in a famine. And when you're in a famine, the safest thing your body wants to do is store every single calorie that's not used as energy as body fat. And guess what? Your metabolism slows down. Ooh, bonus. So all that hard work that you do at the boot camps and doing all this and all the aerobics absolutely does nothing for you. Because your body is fighting you the entire way because it wants to be at its body fat set point, which it thinks it needs to survive. When you switch from diet to diet, you cut this out, you cut that out, you're causing what we call a metabolic traffic jam. Essentially, you're confusing your body and your metabolism on what should be normal nutrition intakes and what shouldn't. And remember, that's your brain's natural reaction to all these changes. And its default rate is to actually store more body fat. So again, everything that we talk about and everything that you've been told, myself included, was actually working against us and causing our metabolism to slow down and causing our body to tell our brain to actually eat more food and be hungrier. And again, this is because of what we call the metabolic traffic jam. So you want to know the best way of burning excess fat? You have to build lean muscles. Science proves this again and again, that by building lean muscle, it's the most efficient way of burning excess fat. You will increase your metabolism. So lean muscle mass burns twice as many calories as body fat. And here's the great news. QuickHIT just so happens to be the only place in the world that can build lean muscle the quickest and safest way possible. Here's another crazy fact. Recent research proves that by doing too much cardio, and I fell into this alert, like running or spinning, can actually cause you to overeat. This is because of the hormone ghrelin and the fact that you're doing tons of work and your body thinks it needs more energy and it needs to store more energy. So as soon as you're done, your natural reaction is to eat more. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been on the treadmill? I know I have. Actually, it used to be crazy. I used to go eat a bowl of ice cream and then I'd go on the treadmill and said I burned 400 calories, so I'd have another bowl of ice cream to counteract it. That is not a great way of thinking. But we've all done it. We've all been there. But the bottom line is too much cardio can lead to hormonal imbalances and increase your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, which is another signal that your body is actually in a famine, which means it will want to eat more and store everything as body fat. This is science, guys. I'm not making this up. There's plenty of research behind this. Okay. So I'm going on and on about QuickHIT. What is this QuickHIT method? The QuickHIT method solves both the diet and the exercise dilemma, and ultimately will help you lose fat permanently. At QuickHIT, we will help you achieve your ideal body fat set point. And again, your ideal body fat set point is where your body wants to be at for its set point. Meaning that when it's lowered, it wants to stay there. Versus when it's higher and it wants to fight you the entire way. You can actually change your body fat set point permanently by using the QuickHIT method. I've spent over 5 years and $2 million doing research and development to create this method. It's tested, it's proven. It's based 100% on science, and it's backed by science. Everything we do can be correlated back to facts. Proven results that work. And it works phenomenally well too. I'd even go so far to say that it's the perfect method to lose body fat forever. We've helped people from across the nation lose body fat. And every person has told me, or one of our teammates, that's one of the easiest things that they've done. In fact, people can't believe how easy it actually is. The QuickHIT method is composed of 3 pillars. And by doing all 3 of these things, you are guaranteed to lower your body fat and completely transform your body by lowering your body fat set point. So the first pillar is what we call therapeutic nutrition. No, this is not a diet because you're not starving yourself, which as we've already learned, can cause you to have extra fat and put your body in a famine mode. In fact, we do the opposite. What we want to do is we want to unclog your metabolic traffic jam by eating the right foods, by doing the proper exercise, which actually will drive the glucose into your muscles, allowing your body to burn fat more efficiently. In other words, we're going to unwind years of confusing your metabolism and get it back on the road to do it in a sustainable way. No, you don't have to eat like a caveman. I promise. That'd be kind of funny. But modern day scientists and nutritionists know exactly what you need to eat based on every milligram, based on your body size and composition. And if you haven't figured it out, at QuickHIT, we love science. As a matter of fact, everything we do is 100% based on peer-reviewed articles and scientific research. Honestly, you don't even really need to change your diet that much. We've got everything you need broken down for you to make it easy as possible. If you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a road warrior, we give you all the tools you need to simply be able to live your life and eat the food you want. It's taken years to develop the therapeutic nutrition guide and accommodate everyone in everyone's lifestyle, but we got it done. But there's some simple things you just need to think of. Again, this isn't overcomplicated. It's not some crazy diet. I don't even want to use the word diet. What we want to do is we want to focus on what we eat. So when it comes to therapeutic nutrition, think of this. Think of HIT. As it says here, we want it to be highly nutritious. And then what is your intent of eating? Are you stress eating? Are you actually hungry? Maybe you're just thirsty. What good will this do for my body? So the T stands for timing of when you eat. Okay, I hate to tell you this, but no more midnight snacks. By constantly eating of all hours of the day, you are confusing your metabolism and you're not working with your body, or what we call your circadian rhythm. Your body needs time to burn the fat and it needs a rest from food. So we're going to tell you, stop eating at 7 p.m. That's not that difficult to do. It's going to be a change, but not that difficult. We are here to help. Okay, so pillar number 2 is exercise. This is kind of the magic behind QuickHIT. So we have developed what we call our high intensity training, which is a resistance-based training, but guess what? It's 100% safe. And the fact that we use a robot to actually control the resistance, which works with you and meets you exactly where you're at. There are no heavy weights to drop on yourself. There's just you and one of our awesome certified personal trainers who's going to guide you through the workout, and the machine is going to adapt to you and your level and bring you to the place that you need to get to. We're going to focus on what we call the eccentric movement. What in the heck is eccentric movement? Well, I'd be surprised if you even knew what it was. I didn't know until I started looking into this. But basically, I don't know if you've realized this, but have you ever done a bicep curl? So if you have, when you're lifting the weight up, bringing it towards you, you are contracting your muscle. That's called the concentric movement. And then when you lower the weight back down, that's called the eccentric movement, or the extension of your muscle. Well, this is crazy. And again, I didn't know this, but every human being, male or female, young or old, are over 40 to 50% stronger in the eccentric phase of weightlifting. Well, the problem is when you use normal gravity weights, is that you can never maximize your eccentric phase of the movement, which, by the way, science has proven is the most beneficial phase and where you get the most results. Well, at QuickHIT, we 100% focus on that eccentric phase, and we're able to match your resistance perfectly, meaning that you can tap into muscle fibers and do things to your central nervous system that you've never dreamed of before. And this is why our workouts are only 20 minutes long, because we effectively can work out every single muscle fiber that would take you hours if you were able to do it at all. And the best news is we can do it safely. And guess what? When you got that coach with you, working you through every repetition, you're guaranteed to have better results. Again, this is all scientifically proven. The third pillar is this crazy word called epigenetics. What is epigenetics? It's not only a game changer, it's a gene changer. So yes, we're all born with certain genes. We can't change that. But here's the cool thing, is our body will actually turn genes off and on based on the type of stimulus that they're given. And so even if you were born with a gene, say the APO4 gene, which has been shown to have a higher risk of Alzheimer's, if you do the proper things, such as the QuickHIT method, which focuses on balanced nutrition as well as the exercise component, you are more likely to keep that gene turned off versus turning it on with a highly inflammatory diet and not doing any type of exercise whatsoever. And so again, we are born with certain genes, but it's how our genes are expressed. And that's what is called epigenetics. And so the QuickHIT method actually is able to give the best part of you that you're able to give. So again, we are all cavemen, cavewomen. We've survived for hundreds of thousands of years. Our ancestors are all winners, else we wouldn't be here. And we all have these winning genes inside of us. The bottom line is, though, we want to make sure that those genes are turned on for the winning formula. We want to make sure that our genes are turned on for survival. And that's what QuickHIT does. The first 1 and 2 pillars affects the third pillar, which is your genes, which ultimately will give you the best results, will ultimately turn your genes into winning genes. So when you think of epigenetics, again, think of HIT, which stands for homeostatic, imbalanced, and your traits. So here's some facts. And these are shocking facts, and they're very depressing to read, to be honest with you. And we would have never thought this growing up. But right now, 1 in 3 people have prediabetes. 1 in 10 people have full-blown type 2 diabetes. And here's the biggest problem. If you're over 65 years old, you have a 25% chance of having type 2 diabetes. This is a metabolic disease. The good news is that it's 100% reversible. Even if you're on medication, by implementing the QuickHIT method into your lifestyle, you can start to reverse those negative trends and get back on a positive trend with our proper nutrition and our eccentric-based exercise. Here's some more facts, but these are good facts. By using the QuickHIT method, you can counteract risk of Alzheimer's and schizophrenia. That means affecting your genes, turning the right genes on, the wrong genes off. So you can reverse your osteoporosis and increase your bone density. You could do this till the day you die. It does not matter your age. It's never too late to start. And that's called osteogenesis. By putting load on your bone, it will create the stimulus in your body to actually want to grow your bone stronger. This is proven. This is science. This has actually been known for quite a long time. It's called Mohs Law. But we can do it in a very safe, effective, efficient manner. Where having grandma going to the gym and doing a bunch of heavy squats, probably not a great idea. We can help reduce the risk of depression and anxiety. Again, this is science. Resistance-based training can help with these. It can even reduce the risk of cancer and stroke. Bottom line is we can transform your body and keep the fat off forever because we are going to be able to lower your body fat set point and allow you, for the first time, probably since you were a young adult, get to your ideal body fat set point where your body will work for you, not against you. So QuickHIT is the solution because we take all these and we combine them into one method with our therapeutic nutrition, our patented exercise focused on eccentric movement in a safe and efficient manner using our robotic controlled machinery. And let's affect those genes again by eating the right foods, by doing the QuickHIT exercise. You can actually turn the good genes on and the bad genes off. And results, well, let me tell you, the results will transform your body into one that you've always dreamed of, and it is actually easier than you think. So just don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what Dr. Steve Pavella has to say about the awesome benefits of doing the eccentric type of movements with the QuickHIT machine.
I studied a little bit about the science, and I knew that the concept of eccentric muscle contraction had a lot of validity to it. It's known in running circles, it's known by physical therapists, but I had never heard of a dedicated program to try and build strength using eccentric muscle contractions. You know, when you're done and you walk away, you really feel really good. And that, in my experience, extends into the next day even, and maybe a little longer for some people.
How about, let's hear from a Mayo Clinic physician. Dr. Marshall's been a client, has seen great results. He says the QuickHIT machine works each muscle group through a full range of muscle motion with the smoothest resistance I've ever experienced compared to the full gamut of other strength training equipment and methods. The smooth resistance enables maximum muscle training while virtually eliminating injury, and it does this with the optimum effectiveness in just 15 minutes per week. He goes on to say, rarely in my professional and personal life have I made an unqualified recommendation for anything. By having tried this program for 3 months, I am very comfortable commending the program to persons of all groups and ages without qualification or reservation. He sounds like a doctor, doesn't he? Thanks, Dr. Marshall, for those great comments. And now we're going to jump in to Krista Clinton, who is a doctorate in physical therapy and a QuickHIT employee, and why she loves working at QuickHIT and the benefits of our resistance training.
I've been in the fitness industry for 20 years now. I have my master's in exercise science, and then I also have a doctorate in physical therapy. I started QuickHIT and I immediately knew there was something special about it. QuickHIT is actually a safer form of exercise than the typical gym or typical boot camp class. Slow, controlled movement. The machine meets you where you're at, and you're always with a personalized one-on-one training specialist.
We're so awesome to have Krista. Thank you so much, Krista, for being part of the QuickHIT family. Okay, so you want some more proof? Go to one of our many Facebook pages and you can see, okay, I'm not going to say, but there's some raving reviews on there about how effective this exercise is and our method and how it works. Oh, Melissa Schaller, Carol Moore. Oh, we love them. Keep going. Here's a few more. And there's Beth, and then there's Holly. I'll tell you what, Holly's just one of those special people that you're so glad that you were able to engage them and help them. And, you know, she came to us, she basically, and this is her words, was she was pretty much in a walker. She's done everything she could. She was not really getting better. She was continuing to put on weight. And it was kind of a downward spiral for Holly because that was what was happening to her. And it's not her fault. I mean, she had 2 herniated discs. And this is a common problem for a lot of people. You get an injury of some sort, and then again, your body fights against you. Because again, the signals that you're giving your body Your body wants to protect itself. And the number one protection mode, unfortunately for us, is body fat. But, you know, with her working at QuickHIT and working with us, she's done phenomenal. She's lost over 16 pounds. She's down 5% body fat. Her mobility is amazing. She is stronger and better than ever. Congratulations, Holly. We're so proud of you. Keep it up. So here's Sally T. And you see this graph that you're looking at now? We just don't talk about it at QuickHIT. We don't like to just think that you're doing well. We measure everything. And so included with your QuickHIT membership is actually a free, highly accurate body composition analyzer. And it tells you exactly where you're at. Because again, we talk about weight here a little bit, but we also need to focus on body fat, and we also need to focus on lean muscle mass. There are some diets and programs where you will actually eat away all your muscle, and we do not want that to happen, because again, muscle is what keeps you strong, and muscle is what keeps your metabolism going. And so when you do the yo-yo diets and you do these crash diets and these fad diets, that's what happens. And so a QuickHIT, we want to give everybody the tools they need to not only feel better, but to visually see how much better they're doing on a week-by-week basis. So here's the graph. This is Sally's graph, rather, and she is down 15 pounds and 5% body fat. Here's another one. This is Kim. Kim is also doing amazing. You can see Kim started out well over 200 pounds, and she is now down below 190 pounds, and she's losing body fat, and she's maintaining her muscle mass. Great job, Kim. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to rewrite your history? Are you ready to stop being the victim and to take control? Your life is too valuable to just keep on doing the same thing over and over again. At QuickHIT, we give you the therapeutic nutrition. We give you the most efficient and safe exercise on the planet. We can help you affect your epigenetics and control your genes. We can lower your body fat set point permanently and keep it there. And again, they always say a happy heart is a better life. So the QuickHIT method is proven, backed by science, and guaranteed to give you the body of your dreams. So I did say at the beginning that there would be a special gift for you at the end of this, and I'm glad you stuck around. Here's what I'd love to offer for you. And again, this is completely free, but I'd like you to click on the link below and schedule a phone call with one of our certified coaches who can work with you and see if you're right for the QuickHIT program. Because I said in the beginning, the people who aren't willing to make a change, the people who would rather put their wealth before their health, the people who cannot make a commitment are not probably going to make great QuickHIT clients. And we are 100% focused on winning. We are 100% focused on getting results. And that's why we need great clients to work with us so we can help them achieve their goals and achieve their dreams, which I am confident we can do. And it starts with a simple phone call. Make a commitment. Click on the link, choose a time. We'll have a nice, brief conversation with you. Get to know you. Get to know what your goals are. Get to know how we can help you. And then we can move from there. So again, schedule that call. Make the first step to changing your life permanently so you can reset your body fat set point and get to your ideal body fat set point. Here's the reality. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's what Albert Einstein said. And I've personally lived it. I'm sure many of you in this presentation have lived it. You're probably thinking to yourself, why do I continue to do the same thing over and over again? Why do I continue to jump on this diet or that diet? Why do I continue to jump on this exercise craze or that exercise craze? Here's the bottom line, and I hope I've been able to show you that you can keep doing those things, but the reality is none of them will help you reach your goals because they will not help you get to your ideal body fat set point. Again, I've spent the last 5 years researching, developing, doing the work that it takes to put all these tools together. And selfishly, yes, I did it for myself. And I've never felt better. My back pain is gone. I can definitely hang with my 15-year-old son and my other 3 kids. We go skiing 3 or 4 times a week. I am living the dream. And I am so happy that I've had the good graces to be able to put this system together and share this with you. Thank you very much.